90% silver. Can we say goodbye to it soon? I think it's coming, everybody. I really do. Because it's getting harder to find. Yes, it's out there. Someone's going to say it's plenty at my coin shop. It's plenty online. Yes. Right now is the time to stack. And stack as much as we can possibly afford. I got a story from the coin shop that happened yesterday. You guys might be a little bit surprised about this one. But before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe. We're getting closer to 1,000 subscribers. If you're not yet subscribed, please help me out. Hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it with JM Bullion right now. Right now, you can get 90% coins, either halves, dimes, or quarters. Their price right now, they're having a heck of a deal. $230.88 for $10 face. You're not going to get a mix and match here. It looks like you're going to get one or the other. $10 in half dollars, $10 in dimes, or $10 in quarters. It's their choice, but for $230.88 at the recording of this video, I don't think you're going to find a better price unless you go on to eBay, and I'll show you an eBay order I've just recently done, because I couldn't afford the $230.88 right now. So, I mean, you know, you can have to get what you can get. Even you pick up a few dimes, quarters, or half dollars every single week to add to your stack, it will add up very quickly. You see the pile here. Most of these, folks, I tell you, I do not buy in rolls. I buy them a few here and there from eBay. If I can get them from the coin shop for a cheap price, I will pick up a few here and there too. But really, 2, 3 of these at a whack, they really add up. And you think I'm joking? Well, you see the pile, and I got a lot. Really, I got more than this. You guys seen bigger piles. I'm just showing you a small portion of what I have. I went on to eBay yesterday, and I got 8 silver quarters, as you can see there. 8 silver quarters. It was $43. It was $2 to ship it, so $45. So you take the $45 and divide by 8, you get down to $5.62 each. Well, they melt today for about $5.69, so I got them less. So at today's milk price, I got a pretty gosh darn deal. The guy had a 99.5% feedback, awesome feedback, 248 feedback. That's what you wanted to look at when you're buying on eBay. Feedback, feedback, feedback. If the person don't have 100% feedback, just read the feedback and really digest it. Because this one, the one big bad feedback he had, the perfume would smell like really bad because how old they were. Well, the guy had them listed for vintage women's cologne. Well, if it's vintage, it means it's 30 years old. I wouldn't be wearing cologne, or I don't think a woman be wearing perfume that's 30 years old. Read the feedbacks, read the fine print. I mean, you know, really have to decide if that's a seller would be good for you to buy from and trust from. 99% feedback, 248, feedbacks. Yeah, I think I'm going to take my chances with that seller at this round spot. 8 quarters, yeah, it's not a lot. But like I said, 8 quarters, when you stacking them in medicine balls like I do, and this thing is pretty much filled. I mean, I'll dump some more out. You can see. You can fit quite a bit of stuff of quarters or dimes in a medicine bottle itself. So we had a customer come in yesterday, and the customer bought 3 1,000 bags of dimes. So, I mean, that is a big order. We didn't have him in stock. We had to call the bullion dealer, and he had exactly 3 bags left. And he said, I don't know when I'm going to get any more. So it is disappearing fast. The more you can stack of the 90% silver, keep stacking, because it's remember when we had the bank collapse a few years ago and 90% silver went to the roof and you could not find it? We were begging other coin shops from the West Coast, from the middle of the country, from the Northeast, from all parts of the country, that we were trying to get silver, 90% silver coinage. We were lucky in a few situations, but a lot of people were starting to run very, very low, and it got very, very pricey. At this time, it is very, price constant. It's a very good deal right now, especially at JM right now with that 63% off the premiums right now, if you can afford to pick up a couple of those, $10 face, if you don't care if you get dimes, quarters, or halves, and you're willing to take a gamble, that is a good price for silver. It's all the same ounces too. It don't matter. It's a little over 7 ounces of silver and $10 face. So really, you really gain a good buy no matter if you get dimes, quarters, or halves. I particularly like the quarters. I like the dimes. Halves are okay. They have a little bit more silver weight in them, of course. But, for your smaller purchase, if you really feel that we're going to get in a barter situation, your dimes are number 1. Your quarters will be number 2. And your half dollars really going to be number 3. I mean, ask yourself, how often if you went to a convenience store, and I'm not talking about buying gas, if you just run into a convenience store and buy a bag of chips and a bag of soda, a bottle of soda, I'm not going to cut that out. That's funny as heck. But if you went in to buy a bottle of soda and a bag of chips, how much is that really costing you today? Maybe $3, maybe $4 at the highest. A couple silver dimes will actually pay for that, and you're still going to get change back. If we get into a barter situation, you're going to want smaller pieces of silver. You're not going to want to give an ounce of silver to the cashier. They may not have the change, just like they may not have a change for a $100 bill today. We have to keep this in perspective of what's really going on. I think one day, and it's maybe sooner than later, silver, 90% silver will be gone. You're not going to be able to touch it, and if it is out there, it's going to be sky high like it was a couple years ago during the bank collapses. And I feel we're really going to have more bank collapse coming in the near-term future. It's all about what you can afford. You see me, I bought 8 quarters. I don't mind buying 8 at a time. I don't mind buying 4 at a time. I don't mind buying 2 at a time. It's all about what you can afford, and I will say it again, it will add up very fast if you cost average also. Meaning, if you buy 4 quarters today, 4 quarters tomorrow, silver might be a little bit cheaper tomorrow. Silver might be a little bit more tomorrow. You buy it today a little bit cheaper, silver's a little bit more tomorrow, you cost an average. For the ones that don't have a couple $100 right now and cannot afford that, I get that, because I'm in your situation too. But the ones who can stack this stuff, more so, this is a heck of a deal at J.M. Bullion. So if you can get in before the price goes up, before the premium goes back up to where it's supposed to be, stack on, folks. I'm telling you, it's going to be a rough go, I believe. And not trying to scare anybody, but please stack as much 90% silver as you can afford. And when that's gone, we're going to be turning to 40% silver, because I know there's a lot of people that don't like that 40% silver, but I have some of it too, and I don't mind it right now because we know where silver is going. So again, stack on, cost average out, and don't overbuy as you go. A little goes a long way. Coin Shop Chris is out. I hope this finds itself useful. One more note. A dime currently melts for $2.28 right now. A quarter melts for $5.69, and a $half melts for $11.39. Those are your prices as of this video. Now Coin Shop Chris is out. See you on the next video.